Thank you for coming to see me today. My name is Kim Walters, and I work here with you all at Medical Associates. And I wanted to talk to you today about my grandfather and do a little tribute to him. So how many of you have known somebody who was a pilot, or maybe a boat captain, or an engineer for Boeing, or a business entrepreneur, or a world traveler? Any of those would be fantastic, right? Well, I know somebody who was all of those things, and his name was Donald Bingham. He was my grandfather, of course, and I wanted to talk to him today about the qualities in him that I find admirable. Growing up in San Francisco, he grew up during the Depression, and during that time, it helped him develop his self-sufficiency, his goal orientation, and his leadership skills. And his first job in San Francisco was on a tugboat, and he worked on the boat to save up money to go to college. Back in the Depression days, there was no student loans, so you had to pay for it yourself. His self-sufficiency came through in going to college and being a college graduate and getting a job ultimately as a Boeing engineer. That career went well for him. He was able to he was able to retire with a full pension with that. And he was also able to establish his own company in real estate and in a storage unit company. And the storage unit company was something special to him because he built it himself. It was 36 units, and they were very large units individually because of his very first job. He worked on the tugboat, right? Well, those units were specifically built to house the yachts. So the rental units were for yacht owners and storage for those, and he also took that upon himself to buy a boat of his own. He had his own yacht, and some of his goals were to be a boat captain, have his certifications for the captain, and to also have a pilot's license. So both of those goals were achieved by him as an adult. And there was a saying that I wanted to mention regarding a Cincinnati magazine written in 2015. It says, "The ceiling and the visibility is unlimited." I find that funny because that's something Grandpa used to say, so it must be a pilot thing. And he also let me drive the plane, which was fun. As a child, he could still let me take the controls. And with his self-sufficiency being established and some goals, his goal orientation being worked on, he also was a great leader. And he was the state senator for the state of Washington. And during that campaign, that was fun. His children, which happened to be my mother and her siblings, they used to help with the campaigning, and they also were able to go to some of the government meetings and council meetings for the state, which is something they would have never had if their father wasn't involved in the government. And he also kept large amounts of real estate after they sold the company so that he could keep things going in his family. And with the rentals and the commercial real estate and the companies and the businesses that they ran on their own, they were able to travel the world. I do have a photo that I have passing around to everybody to see of them in Egypt. My grandpa and his wife, my grandma, in Egypt. And I could go on about all the stories about his world travels, but I wanted to conclude my tribute to him by honoring his ambitions and recognizing his self-sufficiency, his goal orientation, and his great leadership skills. His hunger for life gives me the same appetite for adventure.